Adapt to survive. It's for arm wrestling. Lemon Ortega. I don't think that's how you use that machine. Intenta. What are you doing? Arm wrestling training. Yep. That was post. Now pronation. Yeah, no, I started with just training one. This one. I'm coming back to doing both. The right is different, but it may always still be a little ahead. I don't know. I'm trying to do 100 pulses. can't read your Russian. Sorry. I think I know what it says, but I don't pretend to be able to read Russian. Tension. Chop. Better be watching, Aiden. Tension. Chop. Wrap. With your right. With the trained hand. Second wrap. Position your thumb. Establish proper contact. Pressure up. Make sure that it's running the correct direction. Feels like strap arm wrestling when you high hook someone. And then reps. That was the hand position right there. Now for low cup. That's the hand position. You're gonna kill all the floppers with this. That's what you should think of. You're hooking in to press a flopper. Now left, tension, chop, grab onto it, wrap, get your thumb placement, smooth it out, wrap it over. Now, if the tension is wrong, just turn to loosen or tighten, okay? This is how you make your adjustment when all these points are right and it still feels off. I'm still just doing 50s with that. But then again, this is also the one I will do extras on currently at the end of my rounds. check messages 2 or 3 times. Under 15 minutes. That's one time through the whole circuit already. This is to help with your transition, Aiden. This is your transition to press right here. riser first. It's more important. easier. Good evening, David, or good morning. Late day, man. I've been behind all day. How tall are you, David? I'm assuming you're new to my channel. How long have you been watching? The real question is, how tall do you think I am? Yes, greetings, sir. How tall are you, David? And how tall do you think I am? I don't blame you. 5'6.5" gotta get that half inch. And you 5'9.5". That's very close. I'm probably that much in the evening. 5'9.5", 5'9¾" in the evening. In the morning, I'm 5'10.25", or thereabouts. It varies. I just grew 1/4 inch or so recently. Are you in shape, David? What kind of shape are you in? Yeah, you in shape? I was trampled by a horse, traumatic brain injury. When I was 10, fractured my skull, didn't know it. Brain grew into the spot, into the space. It's all grown, my brain's all grown strange. I've always been able to arm wrestle, because I could always at least pull and do this. The second I tried to apply any kind of up pressure for an outside game, hurt my head, back to the hospital. As I progressed through puberty, it became more and more of a problem, putting pressure on my brain. I'd lose different functions, the ability to speak or make any sense. My speech would slur, stuff like that. I was eventually having
hours and hours of paralysis where I could only move my eyes. So getting back at it now, healing up. Been to a lot of different doctors, found one that's helping, and just trying to do what I can. I'm working out with 15 pounds right now, but getting the sweat up. Wow. Nice. Yeah, I used to be just naturally really strong to my injury. So we'll see what happens when I come back from it. Hopefully next year, at the latest. We'll see how it goes. You work nights, David, or why are you awake? Don't let me interrupt your well-needed sleep. I think that's 100. I think it is. That last pressing I just did on left started to hit the fatigue mark. Ah. Run about 4 hours? What's that mean? You work for 4 hours for your dad? I don't understand. Yeah, so some for endurance and some for strength, essentially. I get that. Yeah, I used to be that way, but I burn out my adrenal system. Oh, let's see. No, I sleep 4 hours. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You usually run on about 4 hours of sleep. That's all right, man. I'm trying to hurry. It's live. I know. Well, I was running between 2 and 6 hours of sleep. But I wasn't healthy. Once I got healthy, I needed more sleep. It's kind of funny. You don't really want to be healthy if you find that out because you kind of want to brag about it. But you find out that you're actually functioning at a lower level mentally. And I also had a lot more strength when I was sick, or really before I got sick, when I had some different health issues, which I still have. But that's because I had more access to my adrenaline, and I was actually locked in fight or flight. Hope you can find a way to get healthy, man, and work around your issues with your back. Didn't realize that about you, David. You're also one of the few people online that actually use their name. I'm assuming that's your actual name, David Joyce. Most people use like a surname, an alias. Don't burn yourself out, David. Be kind to yourself. Take care of the body God gave you. I never thought I was worth care. So, take care of yourself like you're somebody worth caring for. Yeah, that was nothing. My quads are burning a lot more than my pronation on my arm. That one. Interesting. But the thing that suffers from lack of sleep is your brain. And eventually, if you rely long term on little to no sleep, which is 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours, because you know that sometimes that's going to be 3, your other organs will begin to suffer as well and just function at a lower capacity until you die from sleep deprivation. So, that's what happens if you don't sleep. You're saying you can rely on your muscle. You can't rely on the rest of your body. So you're kind of proving my point, or are you disagreeing with me? I mean, I know you're just trying to explain your issue more, but prompted the sleep part? I don't remember. Let me go back up. Chat here. I just asked about your back. Oh, I asked if you were fit, and so you told me about your back and about how much you work with your dad. Yeah, I'm exhausted, man. I slept 11 and a half hours last night because I needed to. You'd think I'd be well rested. I'm exhausted already. So I'm right about to finish. For the first time since I started doing this workout, I'm going to finish 3 rounds. Got a full 3 rounds of the circuit, and according to my workout plan for the next 3 months, I'm not going to increase any more. I might increase in reps, but I'm not going to increase in rounds any more than the 3 I'm achieving right now. And it's okay if I can't even get to the 3. I'm just not going to do more than that if I could until I have consistent table time 2 to 3 times a week. Probably going to end up just being 2 times a week, but David, is it not like guilt from your father or your parents or somebody that you want to wake up early even though you went to bed late every day? Thank you. Yeah, I better hit this last one before the fatigue wears off. Get you one of these mouth guards too, man. If you use it like you're supposed to, it'll help your breathing. You'll burn more efficiently even than you are now. Oh, that was a really good wrap. Well, I appreciate you talking about it the way that you do. You know, you're a real man, David. But if what you're telling me is true, you're going to die. Hmm. Yeah. So, unfortunately, and now that's incredible. I can't do that. I never would. When I was really strong before my injury, I wouldn't be able to do that. Not 11 times. Good Lord. So that's. Oh. How much weight is that? It's just 45 plus 90. 135? Yeah, 135 pounds. So the problem is, unless you're just a King's mover, so you can stop somebody out here, then you're risking breaking your arm. Where you want to be strong so you can stay safe and win easily and have control of the match so you're not working as hard as the other person. You want to be strong from that 90 degrees or a little less than that to here, as opposed to being strong from straight to 90. So this is where all the magic happens. Like, never opening more than 90. If you can, staying even closer than that. Now, so before you want to start lifting weights, for at least 6 months, depending on how good people are training you, you need to get with a club in your local area, download ArmBet. You don't have to keep the app once you find a good club. Find out what people are in your area or what clubs. Get with them, meet with them, pull with them for 6 months. And then, if you're starting to improve, at least then you understand, okay, these are the places I need to be strong. I need to not get turned over. I need to keep my wrist from bending back. I need to stay close to my body. I need to stay tight. I need to be able to arm wrestle inside my body instead of out. You learn in real time with real pressures on a real table, with real arm wrestlers especially, those lessons. Then you'll know how to do the exercises. Maybe. Who knows if what we're doing is right. Yeah. Yeah. How's that feel? You got a lot of side pressure? Before I started arm wrestling, real arm wrestlers, I could barely pin anybody. Like, I would just hold them in the center and make them quit when I was in junior high. Because I would just make them feel like they weren't doing anything, when in reality neither of us were, because we couldn't do it. Slow Mobius, I think if Levon comes to the table, here's an interesting take I never thought of before. That answered that question. I haven't even done my left multi-spinner yet. If because Devin has the belt right now, he's the number one, and Levon's not even on the ranking. If he was on the ranking, he'd be number 2. So he's challenging Devin for the number 1 spot. When they announce their names, they usually announce the challenger first and the favorite second. If they announce Devin first and Levon second, I think Levon could win in a silver bullet match, like 7 rounds. Or 7 rounds. Because that's in the contract, that's what they signed. But if, just a second, David, if they announce Levon first and then Devin, because he's the favorite, then I think Levon's got 2 choices. He's either got to get really angry that happened, or he's got to be really discouraged. And if he shows up to the table broken mentally, like Hermes did, which I don't anticipate, but that would be the real tell. Devin will win. Devin will 100% win. Because Levon won't be in the match. He won't be the same Levon. I think if he does psych him out, because the announcing could have a factor in that, and how they treat Levon, even though he's like literally the best ever. If everyone's treating it like Devin, this is the end of your career, Devin's going to kill you, then it could psychologically get to him. If that doesn't work, and we see the same Levon like approach to the table and everything, strong mentally, that come to the table no matter what no matter what's going on around him, because he's strong in here, then I think it could go all 5 rounds, and Levon could win. I think Levon could win the endurance match, because in order for Devin to win an endurance match, I think he doesn't need to take Levon's wrist as much as he needs to stop him and get in on the defensive. Levon in a defensive position is in more of a problem than Levon is offensively with his wrist back, I think. But we'll see exactly what that looks like, because Devin's going to put everything he's got on him. Devin's on all the drugs he can be, working like nobody's business, like nobody's ever worked before. Oh, very good breath. Thank you. Oh. There we go. Workout accomplished. Best I've ever done. And took by far the longest time. But I answered a lot of questions talking on the chat. I pull for all I have, and they go down. Or I keep them in the middle as long as I can, but they usually go down. Yeah. Max effort stuff. I haven't been able to do any sort of max effort in terms of strength. I haven't been able to. I'm not strong in terms of arm wrestling. I am a good arm wrestler, and I think my training is accurate. But that top end strength, I haven't even tried, so it's not there. Thank you, Slow Mobius. Yeah, no, this is two guys' entire lives, like everything they're putting into this. Yeah. Well, Devin Larratt likens chess to arm wrestling in that there's an opening. if you can get good enough at that opening, this part, everything else will kind of take care of itself because you'll be more efficient. No. No, not recently. Like over 2 years ago, he tore his bicep facing Levon. This is the rematch. Yeah, good point, David. They've done a lot of things, though. They were both soldiers for their country. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to cut you guys off, but we all need to get to bed, son. So, go out, exercise your right, spend time with your family, do what you love, and love what you do. Stay after it and find truth in arm wrestling.